Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Here we go. Set.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A gain of 22.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Barrett will look to pass it. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown in the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throwing here, Barrett. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a play fake. Lance. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Palmer, 49 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Barrett. He's got Mingo. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now Barrett. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Lance's throw taken in by Adams. And Devontae's going to have a Raiders first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. That'll go as a pickup of 8. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. The Raiders at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On the set. Trouble, 38.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
52 blaster.
That's out wide for Palmer. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Did you see the replay? That's not what I thought.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake, Barrett. And this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here we go, set. 10 seconds.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Sears. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's Barrett. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And Lance now to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Play action, now it's Lance. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Working from the gun, Lance. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Block shot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's Palmer. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. On play action, Lance. Throw out left, caught by Mayer. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Now Barrett. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Barrett looks to throw on first. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Jalen Waddle, 62 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Red cycle.
Now Lance. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now Lance going to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Sears, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Back to throw Barrett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
97.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And it's complete to Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Ready?
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now a play fake. Lance
rolling to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. It's caught here by Adams. Touchdown Raiders. Devontae Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Raiders have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll keep it on the ground. Sears. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Watch out now, 50 series.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, Jacobs once more. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Lance. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Up the middle they go. Sears. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 75 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, Barrett to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now Barrett. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 9.
And that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Striker, 3-3. Green Jack.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown! Michael Mayer. two straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead.
Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Carlson on for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Barrett will look to pass it.
That caught by Trimble.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Here's 1st down.
Throwing here, Barrett. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Barrett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Here's 2nd down.
To throw is Barrett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Once more from the 11, 2nd and 10.
Barrett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
And he's going to have a Raider 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. And they'll indeed take a knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Come on, set.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest.